Hey guys, and welcome to episode 10 of Mad Max. I'm really excited because this is the 10th episode. That means that 9 episodes were before this. That's crazy to think about, right? Anyway, there's more upgrades to Max. There's even more. And, if you notice, our car looks a little bit different than it did before. Different paint job, different body. We actually found the furnace in a scavenging site, which is pretty cool. I mean, and the engine is upgraded a bunch, which is awesome. It's a lot faster now. And I think the harpoon... Let's just take a look. Let's take a look. So that's the same. Everything's pretty much the same, except the harpoon is level 3 now. We got border spikes, the whole body barbs. And I think we just have an upgraded engine. And that's it. That's pretty much it. We have the furnace now. We are using the furnace. And I didn't know, but this was actually DLC. But it doesn't look as cool as the Wild Hunt or Furnace. And if you guys remember, if you recall back to one of my previous episodes, the Furnace and Wild Hunt were actually my two finalized choices to select which body type I wanted. I wasn't sure, and I went with the Wild Hunt because it looked the meanest. But I gotta say, with the black tar paint job that we have on here, it looks fierce. It honestly looks like a post-apocalyptic version of the Batmobile, like the 90s version of the Batmobile. Let's look at the map real quick. This is pretty much all cleared out. There's one camp left, which I didn't get around doing today, actually. These two right here are almost entirely clear. There's one scavenging site left. The only thing that I'm having a problem with is the minefields, because I guess you have to use the dog and all this. I kind of read into it a little bit too far, and I don't think I'm supposed to know this yet. Speaking of not knowing anything yet, while I was loading my save file, there was a huge spoiler in the loading screen. Huge spoiler, which I don't know if we were supposed to know, but it kind of was like, come on, why are you showing me this? But I can't do anything about it now. We haven't done any story missions since the last one you guys saw. So this one's been waiting for a while, and I guess it unlocks a bunch of stuff, because I've noticed in the garage and stuff that the title of this mission, it says, is a requirement to unlock some stuff. So let's go ahead and talk to Chum Bucket and start the mission.
Here it is, Saint. My plans for the Jack. Oh, she'll be perfect. Speed, power, tenacious durability. Take a look-see.
Archangels such as the Jack are special magnum opus configurations revered by Chum. To get started, enter the Archangel stream. Select Archangels. Where? I know in here there's one. Did I just pass it? Oh, it's F. It's right in front of my face. Whoa, okay. Green indicates upgrades that are owned, while red indicates upgrades that are not. Select the Jack and review the requirements of the missing parts. Okay. That was the story mission? That was worthless. That was terrible. Okay, so there's more. Alright, I was kind of getting worked up a little bit. What's up, Jeet? I haven't talked to you in a while.
I wish I had no use for the likes of you, but as you can see, we are fading quick here.
What are you getting at?
Help us establish some necessities, and you'll benefit greatly.
He's gonna fall.
I'll
Just
see
kidding.
to it personally.
I'll take a look. The night promises.
His beard is magnificent.
Fine, driver. Look around. The essential utilities we are lacking are plain to see.
Okay, so I had actually known about these projects because of my looting experiences. I've unlocked, I think, 2 project parts. I mean, project holes so far. So, see, that's 2 out of 3. And I think this is 3 out of 4. Yep. One of these, I think 2 of them total, I have totally unlocked. Alright, so I can build this because I already have the parts. Alright. Magnum Opus is automatically refilled when entering the Stronghold. Yes. Water storage, which is probably going to benefit me the most, because I use a lot of water. So we got a cleanup crew as well. Right there. I don't think anything else. Let's go ahead and check the map real quick. So we need... Oh, small stockpile. I can do that right now. I just don't know how. Who can I deliver the scrap to? Find out on next episode. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I hope I'm not kidding. I hope this guy tells me. He won't tell me anything. He might have to just wait till the next episode because I don't know. So what's the difference between wasteland missions and story missions? Because I know Dinky D is really important for these right here, for minefields.
You recall our companion, Saint? The Dinky D?
Yes, I recall.
You think he made it out of the inferno that was once my tabernacle?
Burnt to a crisp. Hopefully for somebody.
Come on, have some optimism,
I think
Max.
he made it out, huh? He's got a survival instinct, that little one, huh? Yeah.
Calm down there, chum.
Sought
Calm
shelter
down.
inside my old buggy.
The buggy and the dog would have their uses.
Oh, optional stories that can be completed in any order. That's actually good to know. So, I know I previously said I'm in the world now, which I am. Because I've actually... This red area is not in Jeet's territory. It's actually in Gutgash, or Gutgash, or Gutgash, whatever the pronunciation's gonna be. And I actually cleared a scarecrow from here earlier. But I don't think I was supposed to go there. So I'm still having tutorials. Because, I mean, this tutorial right here is basically saying what I need to do for wasteland missions. This cleanup crew addition to the Stronghold is awesome. I wasted so much time getting out of my car finding scrap. It was terrible. So now every time I blow up cars, I just blow up cars and forget about it. Since we started this main mission, we're gonna go ahead and just do it instead of doing the Dinky D for now. I didn't realize that talking to Chum the first time meant that I was already in a mission. Because the second objective was talk to Jeet about some side stuff. So I didn't realize that it already put us in the mission, so we're gonna say forget about the dog for now. Okay. I feel like Max is, generally speaking, a good guy who just has done some wrong in his life but wants to make everything better. You know, like every good hero story is. Maybe he's an anti-hero. Maybe we root for him because he actually does bad stuff when it's not expected. But I think out here in the wasteland, in the Great White, it is expected. Because, I mean, look at this. Look at this, for example. This is Scrotus's undoing. You know? Max wouldn't do that. Just like Max wouldn't kill an innocent scavenger just because I also want scrap. Or he also wants scrap. You know? You know, I really don't think you want to mess with Max, alright? Damn it, I keep forgetting that I have a reversal right here. Oh, he died from that? What? What a chicken. What a little wimp. Gotta loot everything first before I get that, especially it being a story mission, because I mean it might do a cutscene and just take me away. Look, there's a part right here for the Stronghold. Scrap crew. Yes, 4 out of 4. That means I gotta go back and build some stuff now. Which I'm not complaining. Trust me. Alright. I don't think it was very smart to pop a flare when 2 enemy cars are right there, but it's fine. Did I just rhyme? I think so. So we had just unlocked the shovel face car body. This is what kind of sucks about tutorial missions and learning about stuff, because I already know how to play the game and I only have 1,637 scrap. And they want me to do all these upgrades for the Archangel. And I just don't want to. I'd rather fix up the Magnum Opus first. And I'm wasting all this. I mean, if I use it, then yeah, that's cool, that's good. But what if I don't use it? I have to repaint it rust? Yeah, this is lame. They're asking me to downgrade my vehicle. Why do I want to drive to Gutgash? Look how downgraded my vehicle is now. Look at that. It's so gross. I was so proud of the Magnum Opus before, and now it's like I've had no progress with the actual car because I've had to downgrade it so much. Because, I mean, did you guys see how badass and fierce it looked before I had to downgrade it? And now look at it. It's like just you. Alright, I do like the exhaust better though. Scrap is automatically collected over time while the game is turned off. Online connection is required to receive the scrap. So that means I can just leave the game off for like 20 years and I'll come back and I'll have like 1,000,000 scrap or something. I'll see you guys in the next episode in 20 years. Here's the stockpile, by the way. So you didn't have to wait till the next episode because I'm building it right now. We're here.
It's too strange.
Plenty of time to kill.
Is Chum Bucket like praying to someone?
It is. It's the little count of the carburetor. Oh, who could forget that whimpering? And the devious suckling face. Oh, dead a dozen times if you do, boy. We've come to deal.
Nothing else. I got gas.
So pitch me, little man, before I make a blood sport of your driver here.
He's no ordinary driver. This one was sent to me by the Angel Combustion herself.
We parlayed with the water gods here.
We desire to make way to the dead Baron. My sanctum is destroyed. It's burned. Everything I have is gone. Gone. I have nothing left. Please, this car needs healing. She does. And strengthening. Yes, and if you let us stay here and rebuild, then I offer you these hands of Blackfinger. Yes.
They're like Beard Brothers. How can Gutgash not agree to this?
Chance for me.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, B. Thanks, B.
Keep your hands where I can see them. Keep the deviant Blackfinger leashed. Don't need any of his perversions on my ship.
So we unlocked Gutgash Stronghold.
I need welding wire to do my work.
Make do for now. I'll find you welding wire.
Do we have to use this Archangel Jack, or can I go back to my good car? So I was just reading some of the bios, and it seems like the main characters all have one thing in common so far. They all realize that Chum Bucket is a really good mechanic, he can fix anything and build anything or whatever, but none of them trust him. So both Jeet and Gutgash so far in their bios have said, recognize his extraordinaire, but don't trust him at all. And I've kind of said that too, you know, with stuff like Golem. I mean, he's a cool guy, but you just can't trust him. I mean, he hasn't done Max wrong so far, and he pretty much worships him. Because how many times has he said, oh, my angel, you're the angel. But I guess in reality, Max is just a normal guy. Who knows? Maybe Chum has foreseen the future. Because even this Gutgash guy has some crazy beliefs that it's gonna fill the sea again or something. So, I don't know. The jack has been built. Now can I go back to not using the jack? Story mission complete. A Wasteland classic. Chum Bucket calls it the jack, and to me it's one step closer to the car I need. Gastown remains the goal, but we are not just ready yet. Well, I want to use
Magnum opus.
my magnum
Corpus of
opus.
the angel combustion. Your guise is now that of the jack. Complete, radiant, deadly, and ready for anything.
It won't be complete until we get the V8 from Gastown.
Indeed, yeah, and maybe not even then.
The next story mission is in Gutgash's territory, and it's locked. Now, that might be the next thing you guys are going to see. But for me, I'm not going to move on to Gutgash until Jeet's territory is completely finished to my liking, because I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a completionist, but when, like this game for example, it has different territories that all have different stuff to unlock. So I know I've already said, but these 2 territories are done besides the minefields, and all I have to do for the minefields is go to there. I think. Like I said, I read up on it a little bit more than I think I was supposed to, but I don't want to move on to Gutgash and move on to up here and move on to up here and move on to Gastown when I don't even have a car that I fully like, I fully trust, and our first Stronghold isn't even completely built yet. I mean, look at the projects that we still have. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not, and 2 are unlockable through these. So let's just call it 3 for now. But I don't want to move on to Gutgash unless I have to. So, for right now, that's going to be the end of this episode. I'm just going to have to decide if this story is going to be the next thing you guys see. I'm sure it is, because like I said, you guys might only see the main stories because everything else is kind of repetitive, and I can just do that on my own. I will show everything at least once. I will show a death run at least one time, and I did show all the camps in Black Moss being down, but I've also taken all the camps down in Balefire Flatland, and 1 camp in Fuel Veins, and there's only 1 camp left. I might show the Top Dog camp, because that unlocks a bunch of stuff for the Magnum Opus and Max, but we're just going to have to see. This is a huge game. It really is. Off the top of my head, I cannot think of a bigger game with so much side activities that, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I can almost guarantee that there's barely any story missions to this. It's all just side stuff that unlocks more stuff, that unlocks more stuff, that unlocks more stuff. Because I don't think I've ever seen a game that story missions are locked. I don't know if I've ever seen that. So this is going to be the end of episode 10. I hope it was a good episode 10, because I think 10 is kind of a milestone, you know? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, share this video out to the world. Let the world know who Tan Man Hizzle is. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I'll see you later.